All right. Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. My name is Christina Figueroa. And how amazing was your guys' weekend? Like, who crushed that St. Patrick's Day promo, got some swag, cash, and Holy Grail? Drop Shamrock down below if you guys crushed that sale. It was freaking amazing. It was incredible. I was kind of hoping for some MD, but hey, thank God I still have some left, right? So I'm going to ask you guys to start off this Monday on the right foot because it's a brand new week, a clean slate. And we're going to start off this Monday with gratitude. How did you guys like that music in the beginning? Was it good? Do you guys want to start off the rest of this week with music in the morning? I absolutely love it. It gets me to peak state. It gets those nerves out the window, allows me to kind of relax and have fun. And it's all about having fun, right? If you're not having fun, then you're doing it wrong. So I'm going to ask you guys to drop in the comments down below what you're grateful for this morning, and also a teammate or a business partner that's currently inspiring you this week. I'm going to go ahead and read those off. So go ahead and drop that in the comments, and we're going to be doing some recognition. So Kayla Kelly, grandchildren, all right. Melissa B, Amy Eckert, Samantha Scherer, Emily, Amy, my son, Lisa Durr, Adrienne Harper's first day. That's freaking amazing. Grateful for meditation. Yes, it's a lifesaver. Caitlin Brugman, I'm sorry if I'm butchering any names. Grateful for the new home. That's awesome. Monica Cummings. I love Monica. All right, let's see. Sunshine. Yes, you guys, literally that's the number one thing on my gratitude list every morning. Thank God for sunshine. Pam Maynard. All right, so we've got so many things we're grateful for this morning. Another day. Kelsey Gigi. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Jennifer Hill. Kelly. Hannah Sutton. Family and dogs. Dogs are the best. Bianca for growing. Awesome. All right, you guys. Yes, the sunshine. 6th birthday. That's awesome. Stepping out of comfort zones. Amen. Nothing exciting happens in your comfort zone. I will let you guys know that for sure. All right. Okay, so before we get this call started, I wanted to quickly update you guys on some Pruvit announcements. If you have not checked your Pruvit Pulse app, be sure to do so. For COCs, there's a survey going around on SurveyMonkey that talks about the next excursion, and one of the options is like Survivor, like style games. So I think that's going to be really cool. I'm going to make sure everyone's muted. Okay. All right, so for those of you that are going to KK and More, please raise your hands if you've already gotten your tickets. I know I got mine immediately. You guys, it's so literally life-changing. These events are everything. On Time Hop yesterday, I got a notification saying 2 years ago today, I sold my TV so I can afford to come to the first event, which was in Florida. 2 years ago, and honestly it was worth every penny and every sacrifice, because showing up at these events, you can't describe it, you can't put it into words, the energy, the excitement, the movement that we're all a part of. It's just that validation that I needed to know that I was on the right path at the right time, doing the right thing with the right people. So I truly encourage you guys to get to as many events as possible, because they literally will grow your business. All right, so on today's call, we've got none other but Nick Couch. Nick is going to be talking about the magic of thinking big today. So I'm urging you guys to grab your notes, pen and paper, and we're going to be taking lots of notes and have an awesome call to action. So here we are. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself, and go ahead and unmute yourself, Nick, and let's get this started.
What's up, everybody? Who's super excited? Happy Monday. You guys know I always bring tons and tons of energy. I've already had 2 servings of ketones already this morning. I'm on fire. I'm ready to roll. So one of the things we talk about today is going to be personal development and reading. So last night, Brian James, he popped into my messages pretty late Eastern time. He's like, hey, I want you to teach on the magic of thinking big, because I know you've already read it. Well, I've already read it, but like for me to just recite stuff that I read last week, like it's not going to be accurate. So I was like, well, I got to reread this whole book by tomorrow at noon. So how do I do that? I already listen to my audiobooks faster than normal, because that's how I maximize time. So if you guys are using Audible, in the bottom left-hand corner, there's a speed button. So literally, I just reread the whole entire book since last night, and I'm going to play a little preview of what it sounds like to read the book faster.
It's what you will study, people. You will study people very carefully to discover, then apply success-rewarding principles to your life. And you want to begin right away. Go deep into your...
Depending on the person that's narrating the book, sometimes you can do speed 1.5, sometimes 2.5. getting up to speed 3 is no joke. Like, they're talking really, really fast. They're talking like I talk on a normal basis. So I encourage you, if you're reading or you're listening to audiobooks, turn the speed up a little bit. Start at 1.25, work your way up to 1.5. Like, for me, it helps me retain it because, like, my brain has to kind of recite what they're saying to get it to stick in my head. So I reread the entire book since last night. I've got tons of notes. I'm going to talk fast. Grab a pen and paper, make your own notes, because I have a lot of really good things to talk about. So let's start with chapter 2, excuse-itis. How many of you find yourself making excuses like, I didn't crush the promo today because I wasn't feeling good. I didn't sleep good last night. I was a little tired. I'm feeling a little sick. My kids, life, blah, blah. My boss was a jerk today. I had to come home and drink some wine. Whatever your excuse is, like, we are humans. We're really good at making excuses why we didn't do something. So the author says excuses come in a wide variety, but he says the top 4 most common forms of excuse-itis are 1, health excuse-itis, 2, intelligence excuse-itis, 3, age excuse-itis, 4, luck excuse-itis. So he mentions in the book about another book by Dr. Schindler, How to Live 365 Days. And in that book, he says 3 out of every 4 hospital beds that are occupied with people that have EII, emotionally induced illness. That means 75% of the people that are in a hospital bed, they're not even really dealing with something. They think they're dealing with something. Like, if you think because you were hanging around a bunch of kids that were sick, oh, I'm probably going to get sick, you'll probably get sick. Like, don't ever let that stuff hold you back. Like, just be an excuse eliminator. Don't blame your health on why you're not feeling up to things. Like, just suck it up. Like, we're freaking rhinos, guys. The second one, intelligence excuse-itis. In this book, he talks about how people that memorize things, he wouldn't pay him more than $300 a year salary for somebody that's really good at memorizing. I think he used an example of somebody on Jeopardy. He's like, because all those facts that they're clogging their brain with, I can go buy a $300 set of encyclopedias and find all the information myself. I wouldn't give him a salary of more than $300 a year. Like, fill your brain with useful knowledge and make sure you're reading. Like, there's a reason we're suggesting these books. This book that we're reading, The Magic of Thinking Big, was literally the first book Brian James read 13 years ago when he started his career into network marketing. And it shifted his entire mindset. Age excuse-itis. Like, don't play that I'm too old. Like, where's my notes here? Oh, I pulled up a couple of people that started really big businesses at an older age. So Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's, he started McDonald's at age 51. I didn't write the names down because most of us probably wouldn't recognize them. The guy that founded GoDaddy.com started GoDaddy at age 47. The person that started IBM at age 61. The guy that co-founded Home Depot, almost everybody knows about Home Depot, started it at age 50. And the person that found E-Trade, the online stock market E-Trade, started E-Trade at age 54. So that BS excuse, I'm too old, whatever, that person's doing so good because they're older, like the young excuse. Like, guys, this industry, there is no age too young, too old. Like, I know Circle of Champions that are 18 years old. I know Circle of Champions that are in their 60s. Don't pull the age card. It's an excuse. And then luck excuse-itis. Like, you see somebody join Pruvit and they start ranking up really quick. They hit rank 6, they hit rank 7, they hit pro champ in 7 months, whatever. You're like, oh, they got lucky. Guys, there is no luck. I promise you it's not luck. Like, I was probably lucky that I got the phone call from Brian James 7 months before Pruvit started. I'm probably lucky that I got my sample of ketones in a Ziploc bag before Pruvit even had the name Pruvit. But there's been no luck to my journey. Like, it's been hard work. It's been skipping out on things. It's been doing the things that I don't want to do and cutting the excuses and not being a little crybaby. The next thing I have in here, he talks about some people that could have easily made excuses. So he's talking about a guy that had an arm amputated. He was a one-arm golfer. So he's saying that I was talking to this person, like, how did you develop the skills of hitting a golf ball so well with one arm when most people can't do it with two arms? And the amputee's response was, the right attitude and one arm will always beat the wrong attitude and two arms. And another example we used there was, I felt sorry for myself because I had raggedy shoes until I met a guy with no feet. I want that one to stick in your head. I felt bad because I had crappy shoes until I met the person that had no feet. And if you were at Epic, this is a perfect example while we're talking about amputees. Our one speaker, guest speaker, was Nick Santanastasso. He was born with one arm. He literally is missing an arm and missing both legs. There's nothing that guy cannot do. Literally, his parents didn't coddle him. They weren't like, oh, let's put your clothes on because you only have one arm. They literally threw the clothes down in front of him and said, figure it out. You're not going to adapt. We're not going to let you adapt. I forget. I can't even pull it out of my head. Basically, they didn't let him adapt to his disability. Like, they let him adapt to the world. Like, here's your clothes. Figure it out. That guy can do anything. He ran around the stage with more energy than some of the speakers that had two legs and two arms. So it's all about attitude and mindset. I want those to stick with you. The right attitude with one arm will beat the wrong attitude in two arms. But anyways, let's get on to our next chapter here. Use goals to grow. Without goals, individuals stumble through life. Think about that. You're going to stumble through life if you don't set some goals. Goals are as essential to success as air is to life. You would not build your dream house without a design or a plan. Like, I used to be a master electrician. I built a lot of really, really, really big schools. That was what I did. I built schools and universities. We never went into a project like, yeah, ship me 100 lights. We'll figure out where to put them. The blueprint told me exactly which hole each light went in, which light fixture went in which hole, how many wires needed to go to each light, what circuit they were hooked up to, the dimensions of the room, what the room looked like if you were standing there looking at it, what the room looked like from an aerial. It told us everything, what color the wall was going to be painted, what color receptacles to put in, what kind of floor went in. Was it a concrete floor? Was it wooden floor? We had a plan. And that plan had a deadline. They didn't just say, yeah, guys, go out and start building that school. We'll let the kids come back whenever you get done. No, they said August 25th, the school better be done, the paint better be on, the windows better be in, and we better be ready to open the doors. All the safety inspections better be done. And guess what? They didn't change the first day of school because we were taking some extra time. We had excuse-itis. No, the first day of school is the first day of school. I used to sleep in my office trailer because we were behind on deadlines. That's the problem with most people's goals. They're like, yeah, I want to go rank 8, but I'll get there when I get there. No, set the freaking goal. I'm going rank 8, April of 2019. Come hell or high water. So if on the 20th of the month I'm still at rank 7, 100,000 volume, I better plan on not sleeping for the next 10, 11 days. Whatever it is. Most of us we're like, up. We're past the halfway point. I'm not on target to hit my goals. That's all right. We'll go for it again next month. No. Hammer down. Quit making BS excuses. Stop going out to the bars. We just got done with St. Patty's Day. I didn't go out drinking. I was at home hammering down on my goals. I didn't have Brian James call me last night. Hey, do you want to work on this book with me for tomorrow's Zoom? I wasn't drunk whenever Brian called me. I was on point. I was ready to go. So don't adjust your goals because you're not getting the results you want. And let's think about, how do we build a building? How do we build a house? Brick by brick by brick. It's a process. It's the same thing with your goals. A football game is one play at a time. One play at a time. One quarter at a time. The problem is most of you are trying to get to the fourth quarter and you haven't even got through the first half. We haven't even got to the halftime show, and you're all bummed out and making excuses because I'm not hitting my goal this month. And then let's think about it. Every accomplishment is a series of little accomplishments. Hitting rank 6 meant hitting rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hitting rank 8 meant hit rank 7. Brian James didn't wake up rank legend. He went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 legend. It was a process. Like, you're not going to get to your goal thinking it's going to happen overnight. It'd be like going to the airport and just going to the ticket gate. Be like, I want a ticket. Where are you going? I don't know. Just give me a ticket. You're going to end up somewhere that you don't want to be. And also, let's think about it. I'm in Pennsylvania. If I wanted to go to Florida and I got to a dead end, I wouldn't be like, oh, shit. I'm at a dead end. I better set up camp and live here for the rest of my life. I better spend the night because this is my new destination. No, I'm still trying to get to Florida. What do? You reroute the GPS. You backtrack to another route. You don't just say, oh, crap, dead end, game over. Let's just set up shop here at this dead end. It's a 10-year plan, but what is in between the 10 years? Years, months, weeks, hours, minutes, seconds. Stop focusing on where you want to be in 10 years. Start focusing on the next hour. What can I accomplish in the next hour? What can I accomplish in the next 10 minutes? Oh, we got 5 minutes till the Zoom. What can I do? Can I read 5 minutes of my book? Oh, I got to go take a shower. Can I put my phone in my shower and listen to it? I don't care. Like, I literally I bought a soap dish that I can mount really high in my shower that I can lay my phone in so I can listen to books. Like, occupy the minutes, occupy the hours, occupy the weeks, occupy the months with activity. Activity that's going to move your business forward. Yes, I love music. It fires me up. I have a handful of select songs in my playlist on iTunes that I will listen to daily. But I don't just turn on Pandora and listen to music for 4 hours. I might listen to some music at the gym. I might put headphones in and listen to a book. It depends. I'm trying to accomplish things, so you got to set goals and targets and go focused at them. So don't get stuck thinking about, oh, I want to be here in 10 years. Think about, where do you want to be next week? Where do you want to be next year? And then chapter 13, how to think like a leader. Rules of leadership. So he gives 4 rules. Trade minds with the people that you're leading. So let's talk about that for a minute. Like, you do things differently than everybody that you coach and mentor and work with. So don't think about how you want things to be done. Think about, if I make this live video in my group that I'm running with my team, how are they going to perceive it? Is it going to relate with where they're at in business? Like, my activity is different because I'm full-time with Pruvit. So if I'm in there yelling at my team like, hey guys, why aren't you getting anything done? Why don't I see any of you posting? Why aren't any of you out shipping 5 and 10 days? Why isn't anybody having a Keto Life party at noon on Monday? Because a lot of people are still at work. They're going to be like, what the hell is Nick talking about? So you got to start thinking about how you're teaching. How are the people on your team perceiving it? It'd be like me trying to make a commercial for women's clothing. I'm not a freaking woman. I don't know what women like about their clothing. So if I was making a TV commercial, I would probably want to think like a woman or consult with some women on like what strikes their thought process. You have to think like the people that you're leading. Number 2, be human. Show that you put other people first. You've got to get out of your head, into your heart, and start thinking about being human. Like, it's huge, guys. There's so many examples we could give on that. You really, really need to read this book. He goes way in depth. I don't have time to cover every sentence in the book. You're going to have to read it yourself. Who on here is reading The Magic of Thinking Big? Let me see some hands. Oh, I got about 20 people on my screen. We're about 50% success. Molly whipped that book right up. She's like, it's right here. Guys, this book is huge, and everything we do is thought process. Our minds are powerful, and get out of your way. Number 3, think progress, believe in progress, push for progress. Like, if your business isn't moving forward, what can I do today to do that? If you're not sure what to do, you need to reach up and ask for help. If the person that introduced you to Pruvit and ketones isn't around anymore, Go to the next person. Go to the next person. Go the whole way to Brian James if you have to. Get on these Zooms. That's why these Zooms are powerful. Every Monday through Friday at 12:15, get on the Zoom. You might not relate to somebody on this Zoom, but maybe you relate to Nick's crazy butt. Maybe you're a little down today. Maybe Nick's energy lifts you up. So it's huge. Think progress. Believe in the progress. Push for progress. Number 4 on that list is take time out to confer with yourself. I've met a handful of authors over my 3.5 years with Pruvit. And one thing I've noticed with these authors is when they're writing their book, they're not sitting at home with their kids running around crazy trying to write their book. A lot of them go to a cabin in the woods for a month where there's no Wi-Fi, where there's no internet connection, where they can listen to the streams and the waters and the birds chirp and the roosters. They're going to a peaceful place where they can focus on writing their book. Numerous authors that I've met in the last 3.5 years, they all get away from real life. They get away from their job. They get away from the everyday hustle and bustle. They go where they can clear their thoughts and think. They do yoga. They meditate. Obviously, we all can't just go away to a cabin for a month to focus on our business and clear our thoughts. So in the book, he's talking about setting aside 30 minutes every day to clear your thoughts, get intentional, get grounded, meditate, do some yoga, get in the downward dog position, like whatever it takes for you to get focused and clear thoughts. I'm super, super hyperactive, super energetic. I'm a hustler, go-getter. It's hard for me to get to a place of zen where I can clear my thoughts and think. So what do? I put some headphones in and I listen to books. And I sit there and I write notes and I jot down where do I want to be. So guys, I promise you, take 30 minutes out of every day. If you can't do 30 minutes, start with 5. Start with 5. Start building that little muscle. Start getting those little accomplishments. Start doing 5 minutes. Just sit down 5 minutes, turn on some white noise. Like that old TV sound we had back in the day where it was like, put some headphones in, just listen to some white noise. Think about, where am I at? Where do I want to go? How am I going to get there? Start thinking about the people you want to attract into your team. It's not overnight, guys. Like you can stumble to rank 6. Getting to rank 7 pro champ is going to take some serious effort. It's not going to happen overnight. I have a couple really, really, really cool stories about that journey. 3.5 years with Pruvit. 3 years ago, this month, almost to the day, I met a gentleman at a men's church conference in San Diego, Southern California with Brian James. Brian James sponsored that whole event. Every single attendee got a packet of ketones. There's a guy named Magnum who I met through the weekend together. We talked about it. He tried ketones. His mom's been drinking ketones for 3 years. He's seen the benefits for her. I've never really chased and chokeholded him into drinking ketones. He's a pretty big dude. He's tall. He's thick. He's muscular. He's recently started the keto diet back up. He's been getting serious about his health because he got engaged. Him and his fiance are doing the keto diet. Guess who is all on board with becoming a promoter, building a big business? I just had an hour Zoom with him yesterday, an hour Zoom the day before. I got to meet his fiance. They're moving to Tucson, Arizona. She's a hairdresser. It's been, over the 3 years, I've checked in on him. I've said what's up. I've tagged him in the Champion Success profiles. I've tagged him in the Ketones 101s. I've just kept sprinkling Pruvit and Ketones for 3 years. He's now ready to join my team. February 19th, 2017, I had a lady from Malaysia like one of my keto posts on Instagram. I messaged her. For 2 years, almost to the day, we've just stayed in touch. We've talked about life. I've commented on her pictures. She's commented on my pictures. Guess who's ready to join my team? The lady from Malaysia. I don't even know if I know her name. I know her Instagram handle. It's been a 2-year conversation. I never tried to strong arm her into becoming a promoter. She knows what we have. She's busy. She runs 32 health and fitness clubs in Malaysia, another country that we do business in. It's been a 2-year play. It's been a 2-year play. Most of us are not patient enough to wait 2 years for that seed to sprout. Most of us aren't patient enough to build that relationship for 3 years for it to go to the next level. I have a feeling that Magnum and his fiance are going to be one of the biggest teams in my community. I have a feeling they're going to be a huge Circle of Champion powerhouse, a power couple. It's been 3 years in the making. Most of us are like, I want to go rank 6. You don't do it in 3 months, you quit. You're like, it doesn't work. It only works for Nick and Christina. It only works for the Brian Jameses. It's not for me. They got lucky. Guys, pull your head out of your rump. There is no luck. It's relationship building. It's the long play. It's the 3-year plan, the 5-year plan, the 10-year plan. I'm not a rank 10. I would love to be. I set a goal to be a rank 10 2 years ago. I'm not a rank 10, guys. Am my butt hurt crying in bed with my thumb in my mouth in the fetal position? No. I wake up every day. I read books. I take inspired action. I meet people every single day. I check in on the people that I've known for years. I tag people in videos. I comment. I hashtag. I go learn from the Christinas, the Katies, the Kendras. If I want to be ranked 10, I want to learn from them. That's why I get on the Zooms. I'm not getting on the Zoom. I know everything about social media. No, I don't. I've been doing this for 3.5 years. I know whatever Katie's going to teach on. No, I don't. Guys, if you think you know everything, that's your first problem. You've got to plug in to these calls. It's real life, guys. You're going to miss some. If you miss a call, watch the recording. I had a really busy week 3 weeks ago. I missed the entire week. Guess what I spent my Friday night doing? I spent 3 hours in my kitchen with headphones in. I listened to every Zoom and took notes. Most of you aren't that committed to your goals. You're interested. You're more worried about going out Friday night and drinking beer with your girlfriends or your boyfriends, your guy friends, than sitting in your kitchen for 3 hours listening to freaking Zooms. There's a reason we upload them to YouTube so you can go back and watch them. I actually had to go find a video. I need some water. I'm talking too much. I'm starting to lose my voice. I was trying to find an old video on the Keto Movement YouTube page the other day. I literally scrolled through every video that we've ever uploaded. You know what the common trend was of all the little screenshots of the person that was hosting the Zoom? Like super high, crazy energy. There wasn't anybody in any of the pictures of any of the Zooms like, there was no boring pictures of somebody like literally every picture that YouTube posted for that video was like, like, guys, we're bringing you some serious content, the stuff that's going to move your business forward. If you're not plugging into these calls and you're making excuses why your business isn't growing, you need to check yourself. You need to look in the mirror and hold yourself accountable. I'm at 12:43. I saw the time, Christine. I see you looking. She's like, do you want me to give you a 12:40 warning? I'm like, no, I'm watching the clock. I'm just so fired up to bring this to you guys. The call to action is, I want everybody to sit down and jot down some of your excuse-itis. What are some of the things holding you back? Better yet, I want you to go live on Facebook. Call yourself out. Whenever you call yourself out in front of 1,000 people on social media, you hold yourself at a higher accountable level. Talk about your goals. Talk about what's holding you back. Like, I've been playing too small because of this, and this. I've been complaining because of my back aches. I've been complaining because I had surgery. Either write it down and have your little time to confer with yourself about, hey, I'm going to call Charlotte out because she's right in the middle of my screen. Charlotte, you need to sit down and be like, all right, Charlotte, I've been playing too small. I haven't been showing up on the Zooms. I'm not reading my books. I'm not doing this. I have these goals, but the things that it's going to get me to those goals, I'm not doing. Have a real freaking moment with yourself and look in the mirror. Be accountable to yourself. Write those down. Maybe talk about them on a Facebook Live. Maybe reach up to the person that you coach and mentor with and let them know, like, hey, Christina, I haven't been doing this, and this. This is why I'm not getting my goals. Would you mind keeping me in check a little bit? Whatever level you want to take that in, you guys got to start holding yourself accountable. Be real with yourself. Like, it's okay to call yourself out. It's okay to, like, we're human. Like, it's okay to, like, want to go out for St. Patrick's Day. Like, I understand. Like, it's fun. It's okay to have fun and, like, go to the park with your kids. I'm not saying that you can't be a mom or you have to, like, lock your kids in the closet to build your business. Like, incorporate it into your day. I'm way overboard. Christine, I'm going to turn it back to you guys. I appreciate you all. If you haven't downloaded the book, The Magic of Thinking Big, if you haven't bought the real book, whichever you prefer, go buy it. Get the book, start reading it. Put your other books on hold.
I love it. I love it. I literally have pages of notes, like incredible. So I love that you talked about leveling up your actions, not diminishing your goals, not putting an expiration date on yourself, and that failures or dead ends are just, you know, a way for us to address where we're at and reroute our GPS to keep going on our destination. So I absolutely love that. Great call, Nick. To reiterate, you guys, the call to action today is just to sit down with yourself, jot down some notes as to what's been holding you back, what's been your excuses. I even encourage you to take it, like, write it down on a piece of paper, burn that crap, get rid of that story. But like Nick said, talking about it live will keep you accountable also. That's kind of how I got to my 1 year sober anniversary yesterday, is just being authentic and honest about it online and keep, like, having you guys keep me accountable. So with that, we're going to close out the calls for today. Tomorrow, we've got Kendra McMurphy doing social media part 3 tips. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be fire. Make sure that you invite everyone from your team to come on and take notes, because it's going to be incredible. So I hope you guys have an awesome day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.